I got another one. This time is R&B. I went this direction. I don't know. I was listening to something and got inspired by that. And the direction I was going in at first ended up shifting me. Well, the direction I was going in at first was something totally different than this track here. I was going for something totally different. But the first thing I started out with was this pad sound coming from the Mai Tai plugin. Let's go to the beginning. Okay, I just laid that, right? And then something else came in and inspired me. I'm like, okay. The next round, because I muted that. Right? So when I did the drums, that just totally shifted me in the whole, just a different direction as to where I was taking this at first. So then I found this dope bass. Where is this bass coming from? I can't remember. It's coming from Massive. All right. So I found like this sub bass sound. See if I can. There's no way I can see what it was because it's not highlighted here in the plugin itself. Yeah, it's not highlighted. So wait, let me go back. It may be up here below. All right, so it's in the this drop down menu here. So it's the below 2 in case you wondering where I got it from. So let's unmute it so you guys can hear what was going on. Yeah, so that was the direction. And those were the first 3 elements that I put together first. And I'm like, man, okay, that's dope. And the concept here was just to keep it as simple as possible. All right. So I didn't put a whole lot in here. I'm at maybe 43 tracks on this one. And, you know, and all 43 tracks are not filled up. You know what I mean? It's just different elements coming in and out. And like I tell you guys this all the time. You know, when your song is doing something, you know, the same thing over and over, the key to this stuff is bring and introduce new elements to keep your listeners engaged in your song. And that's the whole key to it. You know what I'm saying? Now, this particular song happens to take on the usual concept that I implement in my songs. I have a bridge that I introduce to it. And yeah, so we're gonna get to that point. You know, hold on a second. You know, we're gonna get there. I'm trying to break this down in an art form, you know what I mean? Letting you guys know where and how I came up with this. So this is like a R&B style type song here. And let's unsolo these things here. So so this is what we came up with. We're gonna just jump right here to the first verse. I have samples. I found these samples. This stuff, oh my God. When I heard that, I was like, oh my God, this is dope. You understand what I'm saying? I found these samples, these voice samples inside of Studio One in the loop section. So okay, and this voice right here does not sound like this. So if you searching through your sample section, you're not gonna find this in there because I did some tweaking to it. You may find the original one, but I pitched it up an octave higher, and I also used Melodyne to fix a couple of notes. She was more so on point all the way through, but it was a couple of notes that she hit that didn't fit the song, so I had to go and fix it. So yeah, that's what I came up with, you know. So basically, in the loop section, I think what I did was I went to, I think there's a tab that says voice, or better yet, I went to the category, the style of music first, then went to vocal. I think that's what I did, and then went to loop or electronic, whatever. Probably not exactly this category. It was probably in the either the dubstep or the house. No, I think it was R&B. Anyway, as you can see, each of these categories that I'm clicking on here, there is a vocal section in here, and that's how I got to the vocal. So just depending on which genre, it could have been hip hop. I don't know. Vocal. This is probably where it was. So I gotta do a better transition right here. This chorus right here into the bridge. I'm gonna add something there. That's straight right there. I like that. So I think over here, yeah, I'm just digging it right now, y'all. So we are at about maybe 4 minutes, almost 4 minutes of this song right here, and that was the goal to, that was the goal to make it radio play. So yeah, in this section here, we popping mollies. Yeah, you see, if it ain't Rory, swag going over. Okay, so it probably wasn't in this section, but okay, because that's more so like hip hop, type vibe. So yeah, but that's where you go, and as you can see, there's like a slew of things here that you can go to and find interesting things that you can add into your track just to brighten it up, and you know what I mean, just do whatever you can to make it dope. All right, so that's pretty much the gist of the song, how it sounds. I got to do some more things to it. Let's see. More so than anything, I was using a lot of Mai Tai plugins, and I have these plugins still on here. I usually bounce to audio. Some of them is audio, some of them still using the plugin because I wasn't really doing that much in here. So and also in case I need to come back and change anything, but that's only because I didn't do that much. There's not many tracks in here, so I left the plugins available. And as you can see, when I click down here at the CPU meter here, it says, well, let's play it. So now it's only using roughly about 42, 44, maybe 50% CPU because all of these plugins are running. So if I go to the front, I don't have that many plugins on it either, in any, just a couple of plugins on different areas. I got a reverb here. This open air. Oh my God, this open air thing is like stupid. Let me solo this voice I have here. So So if I mute this, the reverb, okay, there's that reverb, and you guys are probably wondering what preset that is. This is a beatbox preset in open air. All right, I think I might use that on vocals, period. Like, it, to me, it's like this echo type effect along with the reverb, you know what I mean? Like, or delay. Dope. I love it. Like, when I found that, it was like, that's it. That did it for me. So yeah. Now, the other thing is, I have no idea what she's saying. That's the other thing about this track. You know what I mean? And that could either hurt me or make me look good. I don't know. But the way she sang it, how her approach, the emotion behind it, the characteristic of her tone, and it was like, this fits the track. You know what I'm saying? I found her voice rather early on in the track, and it kind of helped make the excitement. And you know, it was like, man, this is dope. You know what I mean? Don't know what she's saying. You know, don't know what she's saying. I don't know half of any of this. And most tracks that you hear that got samples, you don't even understand what they're saying. But you know, it's a lot of stuff flipped, reversed, or whatever. But I just took something just straight from the library and just. This one is not. It's not necessarily on key when it gets towards the end, but it just fits. You know what I'm saying? It fits. It makes sense. So you just gotta play with stuff. It just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you building music, you're not focusing on, you know, the scientific method of how to create a beat. You know, throw all that stuff out of the water. Everything you learn in the books don't matter when it comes to creating. You know, this is art. I tell y'all that all the time. Music is art. You understand what I'm saying? There is no right or wrong way to create this stuff. Like, in the book, this is probably wrong, but it's all about what sounds good to you, your ears, what makes you jump, like what makes you this made me feel good. You may not like it. I don't really expect everybody that come across my videos to like anything that I do. You know what I'm saying? This is just me, my opinion, and I decided to share it with you guys because, you know, I do have a lot of you guys that look forward to my videos. So, you know, I'm just sharing, you know, my ideas and how I came up with this stuff. So the drums, I'm using purely impact. And a lot of times I use my machine, but I didn't use it this time. I'm using the regular. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. There's actually it's a kit that I made, a preset for it. It's you know, some stuff in my hard drive that I kind of added together and put on these pads or whatever, and I call it the Elib drum kit hard because there's some hard kits in there, hard drums. Let's see if I can. Just everything in here is pretty hard. You know what I mean? It hits hard, very hard. Yeah, and so I built that kit probably like a month or two ago, and that's what I'm using for, you know, for this song and to articulate it. And the simple the better. You know what I'm saying? Simple kit, simple drum pattern, boom, pow, boom, boom, God. I ain't even got no hi-hats in there, which is crazy. You know, I usually have hats in my joints, but I just wasn't feeling it like it needs. So right there, or it almost sound like a clap, but I added like a finger clap in there in the chorus, I believe. Yeah, so this is just straight boom, bop, boom, boom, bop. And then the chorus, when the chorus comes up, then I got my piano, dun, dun, just accenting certain areas. You know what I mean? That's all it needed. Because what I wanted to do was leave room for the artist to just go in and just really, you know what I mean, and fill it up with whatever comes to mind. So that's very important when you're creating tracks. You do not want to put in everything, all your dope plugins, because it's not necessary. You know what I mean? I think this staccato string part came in when I was building the verse. Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm just sitting here at the piano, like, man, you know, just trying to come up with something that will strike something. And I only did that with one string. I could double it up or whatever, but I felt like it was right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm a perfectionist. I'm always trying to do stuff that's, you know what I mean? I try to be perfect, but sometimes you could be too perfect. And then what I mean by that, being too perfect can just overlap things. You know what I mean? It sound like it's missing something. Then you go and add something else, trying to make it perfect. And then you got all of these things on it, and you come back, okay, you sleep on it, come back to it, and it's like, man, that's too much. I need to take away. I did too much thinking that I needed to fill it up. You know what I mean? You don't need to do that all the time. So, but what I need to do is add some type of transitional something, effect, so that the last chorus can transition into the bridge a lot better, because it just went there. It was like dry or whatever. It was like, what happened? Something got muted or something. But anyway, that's all I really want to show you. And I got fades out, you know, here and there, whatever. But I mean, that's pretty much straightforward. You know, I was just excited about what I was working on and wanted to show you guys what's going on. You know, inside of Studio 1-3, absolutely. I love this program. I still get a lot of questions. So you really switched over to Studio One? You're not gonna do anything else in Logic? So my answer is pretty much. Now, I mean, I haven't like put down Logic. You know what I mean? I still have Logic on my computer. It's still activated. Everything still runs sweet or whatever. I still get sessions here and there inside of Logic. So that's why it's still on my computer. But when it comes to working and doing things like this, music production, you know what I mean? Editing for voiceovers, editing movies, you know, voiceovers for movies, I have to play with it a little bit more. Some things that that is not doing. I don't know if it's me, how I'm set up, or if, you know, if it's something that Personas is working on. Can't get it to work properly or whatever. But I haven't had to do much of any vocal or anything as far as film, you know. I mean, but if I have to, I'll definitely go back to Logic and do my editing inside of Logic. But I really don't use Logic. I don't feel the need to use Logic anymore. I do my music production in here, one program, my mixing inside of Studio One, mastering also inside of Studio One. I mean, I'm good. I just recently purchased some Personas Eris 5s. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what more could you ask for? I'm good over here. You know, the product that I'm, you know, the finished product, completed products that I'm pumping out over here in the sound box. I have most of my clients that are satisfied with what I'm doing. So, I mean, I'm cool, you know. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good right now. So, but anyway, that's all I want to show you guys. Remember, this is your boy Elib from ksound.com. Music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture.